Hello，Hello，Test。Hello，Hello。Hello，Hello。Hello，Hello，Test。好，谢谢。那个阿弥陀佛，大家午安。今天是大幻化网金刚护摩法会。那么呢，师尊今天非常的特别的慈悲在护摩法会完之后，会有5分钟的持咒治病大家呢好好的观想，在这个时刻的时候呢，观想你们哪里有疾病，哪里有病痛，右手按住你们那个部位。
today here at the Rainbow Temple, North Bend, Washington. Our lineage root guru, the founder of the Buddha School, His Holiness Living Buddha Liansung, will be presiding over Mahotara Heruka Homa fire offering ceremony. Now we are welcoming His Holiness to enter into the Homa hall, and we are reciting the root guru mantra. In a moment, His Holiness will be accepting the hatha of the primary supplement.
顶礼坛城，做观想大礼拜，一拜根本传承上师及诸佛。嗡啊吽，观想顶礼，回天心三印。二拜诸菩萨。嗡啊吽，观想顶礼，回天心三印。三拜诸护法金刚。嗡啊吽，观想顶礼，回天心三印。四平等一起手。请主持人敬献哈达，以表最高敬意。 让我们以热烈的掌声感谢师尊的赐福。
Let's give a great round of applause as our token of gratitude to His Holiness for His blessings to the primary supplicants.
恭请圣尊加持摊位火炬供品。
Now we are inviting His Holiness to bless the offering items for the Homa. Inviting His Holiness to ascend to the Homa throne.
请仁波切诸位上师、教授师上座，法师请上座，讲师、助教、贵宾，我们善心。
Inviting Simo Rinpoche, all the Dharma Masters, Venerables, our distinguished guests, and all participants to please take the seats.
恭请圣尊加持主席者。
Inviting His Holiness to bless the prayers of the primary supplicants.
首先，让我们以最热烈的掌声，感恩根本传承上师圣尊延生活佛，
Give a great round of applause to show our utmost gratitude to our lineage Guru for presiding over this Mahotara Heruka Homa fire offering ceremony. We would like to extend warm welcome to all participating masters, venerables, our distinguished guests, and all participants. Thank you for coming and your support in this ceremony. The Mahotara Heruka Homa fire offering ceremony has now begun. clap twice and snap your fingers. Visualize two Buddha lineage. Namo Vairocana Buddha, Namo Buddha Lokana, Namo Amitabha Buddha, Namo Padma Kumara, Namo Living Buddha Liansheng. Visualize Grandmaster and all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas radiating light to bless us. Recite the Root Guru mantra 7 times. Om Guru Lian Seng Siddhi Hom. 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 Recite purification mantra and the earth deity mantra. Om Shudori Shudori Shumori Shumori Soha. Om Vajradan Ho Hom. Namo Samanto Modoran. Om Duru Duru Dere Soha. Recite invocation mantra. Om A Hom Soha. Om A Hom Soha. We sincerely invoke our lineage root guru, His Holiness Living Buddha Liansheng, the White Mahapadma Kumara, Namo Self-Mastery Lotus Light Buddha, Namo Two Buddha School Lineage Gurus. We sincerely invoke the main deity of Homa, Namo Mahotara Heruka. We sincerely invoke the main deity of Homa, Namo Mahotara Heruka. We sincerely invoke the main deity of Homa, Namo Mahotara Heruka. Namo Golden Mother of the Primordial Jitpon. Namo 5 Dhyani Buddhas. Namo Two Buddha School 8 Primary Deities. Namo Yamantaka. Namo Akala. Namo 4 Heavenly Kings. Namo Sama Bodhisattva. Rainbow Temples, all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis, and divinities. All the deities enshrined at the Two Buddha Tantric Order, at the Two Buddha Seattle Temple, and at the abode at the Southern Mountain. Rainbow Temples, Mountain God, Earth God, Plant God, Wind God, Water God, Heavenly Fire God, Dragon Gods, and all divinities, as well as the City God. Please come, radiate light, and bless this Homa. Great homage using visualization. First to Root Guru and all Buddhas. Visualize for procession on the ground. Release the mudra. Second to all Bodhisattvas. Visualize for procession on the ground. Release the mudra. Third to all Herukas and Dhamma protectors. Visualize for procession on the ground. Release the mudra. Fourth Hekpa. Great mandala offering. Form the offering mudra. Visualize the transformations of the offerings to become innumerable and boundless to fill the whole space. Make the offering above to the lineage Root Guru, all the lineage Gurus, the main deity of Homa, Namo Mahotara Heruka, all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. In the middle to all Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis, and divinities, and below to all sentient beings. Recite the offering verse and mantra. Mount Meru, 4 continents, and sun and moon transfer into precious offerings for the Buddhas. May these wondrous treasures and merits purge our karma to allow for swift realization. Fourfold refuge, visualize our lineage guru, all the lineage gurus, Buddha jewel, Dhamma jewel, and Sangha jewel to form bright white light to empower us. Recite the mantra. Namo Guru Be, Namo Buddhaye, Namo Dhammaye, Namo Sankhyaye. Namo Guru Be, Namo Buddhaye, Namo Dhammaye, Namo Sankhyaye. Namo Guru Be, Namo Buddhaye, Namo Dhammaye, Namo Sankhyaye. Alma protection. Recite Vajrapani mantra.
Om Bodhidharma, Om Bodhidharma, Om Bodhidharma, Om Bodhidharma, Om Bodhidharma, Om Bodhidharma, Om Bodhidharma. 恭请圣尊转诸名加持。
Inviting His Holiness to perform blessings with mala. Inviting His Holiness to set ceremonial demarcation to bless the registration forms and all the offerings and homa cards. Inviting His Holiness to perform the ritual of opening the fire pit and set ceremonial demarcation around it. Inviting His Holiness to lit the Homa fire and to perform mudra transformations for purifications, enhancements, magnetization, subjugation, and birth deliverance. The assembly will be reciting the Hat mantra of the meditative Homa today, Mahotara Heruka.
Shri Sri
Please say that mantras of the eight principal deities and Incan Buddha Amitabha.
Om Panamo Lintoling Soha. Om Ha 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 Wei Samaye Soha. Om Zuri Zuri Zuntei Soha. Om Zampara Tarang Talaye Soha. Om A Hom Beta Guru Pema Siti Hom Se. Om A Hom Guru Pe Aha Sasamaha Lien Sung Siti Hom. Deyata Om Bekatseya Bekatseya Maha Bekatseya Raja Samo Kyatehe Soha. Nam mô San Sư Điệu Hoàn Nhị Y Sư Hiếu An Triệu Thiên Vũ Bạc Thông Minh Thông Hào A Mi Thổ Phổ. Nam mô San Sư Điệu Hoàn Nhị Y Sư Hiếu An Triệu Thiên Vũ Bạc Thông Minh Thông Hào A Mi Thổ Phổ. Nam mô San Sư Điệu Hoàn Nhị Y Sư Hiếu An Triệu Thiên Vũ Bạc Thông Minh Thông Hào A Mi Thổ Phổ. Huệ xiang.
Their dedication, may all uphold the Buddha, ascend to the rank of utmost bliss, repaying for full generosities from above, aiding those in the three realms below. Upon seeing the Buddha, may we transcend life and death like the Buddha, may we liberate all. We dedicate the merit of this ceremony to our lineage root Guru. May you stay healthy, live a long life, with great self-mastery, continually stay in samsara to turn the Dharma wheel. Inviting His Holiness to perform the overall merit dedication. Wholeheartedly we pay homage to the Mahotara Heruka. Wholeheartedly we pay homage to Mahotara Heruka. Wholeheartedly we pay homage to Mahotara Heruka.
Om Besa Sota Mahase Shri Harga Hom Hom Hey. Om Besa Sota Mahase Shri Harga Hom Hom Hey. Om Besa Sota Mahase Shri Harga Hom Hom Hey.
To awaken Mahotara Heruka, to please guide the Bardo spirits to be reborn into the pure Buddha lands. With utmost reverence, we ask Mahotara Heruka to eradicate the karma of beings with purification, enhancements, subjugation, and magnetization. May all karma yoga be completed in perfection. We pray that you bestow ample resources, eradicate our illnesses. We pray that you bless us with enhanced wisdom. Please bless us so that we benefit from our spiritual cultivation. Please bless us with improved spiritual life and with harmony, love, and respect. Wholeheartedly, we pay homage to Mahotara Heruka, the Vajra of eyes all over the body. May we attain the fruition of clear light radiance. May we have fruitions and attainments to prove the dignity of the Buddha lands. May we merge into the clear light ocean of Vairocana, and may all be perfect and auspicious. The Mahotara Heruka, gods of the heavens, gods on earth, may we be far from all calamities, may all calamities abandon us, may all disasters turn into dust, may all enemies and enmities disperse, may all obstructions disappear. It's a 100-syllable mantra 3 times.
Bhagavan sawa tathagata petsamami mancha petsapawa mahasamaya sato ahom pe om petsa sato samaya manupanaya petsa sato tenu paticha tsetso me pawa suto kayu me pawa supu kayu me pawa annurato me pawa sawa siddhi me purayasa Sawa karma sutame chittamo siriran guru hom ha 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 Bhagavan sawa tathagata petsamami mansa petsapawa mahasamaya sato ahom pe om petsa sato samaya manupanaya petsa sato tenu paticha tsetso me pawa suto kayu me pawa supu kayu me pawa Annurato me pawa sawa siddhi me purayasa sawa karma sutame chittamo siriran guru hom ha 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 Bhagavan sawa tathagata petsamami mancha petsapawa mahasamaya sato ahom pe
Great homage using visualization for student Guru and all Buddhas. Visualize for prostration on the ground, release the mudra, second to all bodhisattvas. Visualize for prostration on the ground, release the mudra, third to all Herukas and Dharma protectors. Visualize for prostration on the ground, release the mudra, fourth head bow. Recite completion mantra. 今天无上尊贵的大慈悲父根本传承上师，特赐予大家5分钟大幻化。The Supreme, most compassionate, lineage Guru, His Holiness Living Buddha Liansung will bestow 5 minutes of healing and curing illnesses for 5 minutes. So you may perform visualization of any parts of your bodies that are ailing or sick by holding those parts or visualizing them.
让我们热烈的掌声感谢师尊。
We are truly grateful to His Holiness for performing this healing. And now, with the greatest reverence, we are inviting His Holiness to take the Dharma teaching seat. Please be seated.
让我们再次以热烈的掌声感谢师尊。
Once again, let's show our utmost gratitude to His Holiness for presiding over this precious Homa. Now, let's join our palms, and with great reverence, we're inviting His Holiness to bestow the precious Dharma teachings. First, let's pay homage to the lineage gurus, homage to the Venerable Monk Liaoning, homage to Master Sakya Zengkong, homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa, and homage to Master Tupten Dorji. Let's pay homage to the three jewels of the altar, homage to the main deity of Homa today, Mahottara Heruka, the whole body clairvoyant eyes Vajra. Simu, Tanzhen Jatzo, all Dhamma masters, Dhamma educators, Dhamma teachers, Dhamma instructors, Dhamma assistants, directors of temples and chapters, all disciples present here and over the internet. Our participating VIPs today are Madam to Ambassador Daniel Liao, the Taipei Republic of China's representative to Sweden and Norway, Dharma Sister Judy, accountant to Buddha Foundation, Dharma Sister Teresa and her husband Larry, the law advisor to Buddha Foundation, the attorney Lu Wenxiang, producers for the Kenny Tiansang Shinton of CTI TV Taiwan, Dharma Sister Rebecca Xiaqi, Dr. Ryan Zhuang, Dr. Su Lin, the PR director of True Buddha Taiwan Temple, Dharma Brother Fermi Wang, the advisor to the overseas Chinese of Republic of China, Mr. Mac, and Dr. J.D. Gao. Next Sunday, on July 29th, there will be hiking Kuan Yin or Avalokitesvara Homa fire offering ceremony, and Gaowang Guan Si Yin Sutra is what we always chant every time. We frequently chant this sutra, and especially True Buddha School is especially revere this, because inside it there's the statement that by completing the recitation 1,000 times, that all grave sins will be eradicated. And the other thing is it can eradicate the sufferings of life and death. So this is also extremely important, because by reciting this sutra, you can eliminate the suffering of birth and death. The suffering of birth is past. So we don't know about it, we forgot about it. And the suffering of death is not here yet. Actually, death is not suffering. It's just between life and death is the most suffering. About to die, but not yet dead. In the hospital, laying there for years, that would be a great suffering. So inside it, it's written that it can eliminate the suffering of birth and death. So just because of this statement, you would recite it frequently. And the other thing is, it can eliminate all kinds of harms and sufferings. So by chanting the Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra, you can eliminate all harms and poisons. So just because of these three things, we chanted as much as we can. And just to give an example, Dharma Sister Hanifa's father and mother, her father chanted Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra only until he bore sariras in his body. And her mother chanted Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra and the Root Guru mantra or the Padma Kumara mantra until she bore sariras. And also Master Lien Chiao from Hong Kong, I heard that he also chanted this way. That after cremation, it was published in True Buddha News that there are pearls of relics of sariras and sarira flowers. They are real. Master Lien Chiao from Hong Kong, that they, led by Master Lien Chiao, his place always organized the books and paintings exhibition in Hong Kong. So after Master Lien Chiao passed away, upon cremation, he also wore lots of sariras and sarira flowers. That's how great Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra is. And it is supplemented by the mantra of the 7 world-honored Buddhas. And then also the invocation of the 8 great Bodhisattvas. So the 7 Buddhas are the 7 Buddhas of the past, the karma eradication mantra. So that's how great it is, even greater. And it also mentioned about the billions of clear, cool treasure mountain bodhisattvas. So the clear, cool treasure mountain is the Wutai mountain. So all the billions of bodhisattvas at that mountain are recited. That it was recorded in the sutra that in China there was a Mount Wutai, and it is also referred as the clear, cool treasure mountain. And that was also chanted. And also the Buddhas of the past, of the present, and of the future. So the Buddhas of the 3 times And then also
很伟大，很伟大。
the 6
不要小看高王经，因为我们念高王经都有得例子。
the Buddhas of the 6 directions too. So Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra is truly great. By reciting the Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra, you can bear saviras. And the mudra is the inner turning of the Dharma wheel and the outer turning of the Dharma wheel. This is the inner turning, and that's the outer turning of the Dharma wheel. Or this way. Inner turning of the Dharma wheel and outer turning of the Dharma wheel. Either way is okay. Hiking Kuan Yin, hiking Kuan Yin, hiking Avalokitesvara. We are very diligent in chanting the Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra, and Grandmaster himself chants every day, and I chant it in Taiwanese. The only time I recited in Chinese Mandarin is when I have group practice. Sometimes, of course, you have to invoke the 8 great bodhisattvas, and I chant it very fast. I memorized it. But usually, when I chant it, I wouldn't do it so fast. I would visualize each of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Because I visualize, so I chant it slowly, rather slowly. But now I'm just demonstrating, so I chanted it very fast. Actually, by chanting it very fast, it doesn't generate great power. But each of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas' appetite would turn inside my heart. So usually I would chant it not that fast. But because I was just showing it to you, and then all of a sudden I went back. So those were the 8 great bodhisattvas. And actually, we would also chant the merit dedication, but not just now.
那正版的话，你这个
When I
痛请八大菩萨要在前面，痛请八大菩萨要在前面，正版。
So the real version is you have to invoke the 8 great bodhisattvas at the beginning
我告诉你一个
of reciting the sutra. There is a secret
告诉你一个秘密。
about the hiking Guan Yin
我
Sutra.
每一次到坛城，
Every time when I enter into the shrine
坛城面前，
or in front
我念所有的
of
名
the
号，
Seattle Lezang
念
Temple,
完以后，
after I chanted all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas'
再
name,
加那一句，最后再加那一句，这是
I
我的
would
秘密。
edit one more statement. This is my secret that I will make it known to all of you today.
南无高王观世音经，这个经下去
Namo Cao
南
Wang
无高
Quan
王
Sư
观
Yin
世音经
Sutra. Namo Hai Kinh Quan Sư Yin Sutra.
我马上就有感应。
As soon as I've finished chanting this at the end, then immediately I would receive the spiritual response. After I invoke all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, join my palms,
南无高王观世音经，
and the last one with the Namo Hai Kinh Quan Sư Yin Sutra,
我一念
I would nod my head, and I didn't do that voluntarily. As soon as I chant that, then my head would nod. That means it's connected.
我是这样子念。
It's connected. That's how I chanted.
以前在玉皇宫那个施慧能、施慧林哈、施慧林。
So at that time, at the Jade Emperor Temple, the Venerable Si Huiling gave me the first sutra, which was Hiking Guan Yin Sutra. And I started chanting it from then until now, non-stop. I never stopped in between. So this sutra is in union with me, and Hiking Guan Yin Bodhisattva is also in union with me. So that's, I only have such willpower. The rest, not so much. But my willpower is truly great. And Golden Mother helped me, Amitabha Buddha helped me, Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva helped me, and Hiking Guan Sư Yin Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva also helped me. And that's more than enough, really.
好，那么我们今天呢是讲大放法王金刚。
And today we will talk about Mahottara Heruka.
在说法，它是通眼金刚，不是通身金刚。通眼，哦。
So
它的外号叫做一个
his
金刚号叫做通眼
epithet
金刚
is the Vajra
通眼
of
金刚呢，
clairvoyant eyes.
就是它的意思是讲说，
So what it
它
meant
这一个
is
金身呢，它的全身都是眼，
this Vajra has eyes all over his body, Buddha's eyes.
所谓的佛眼。
So the so-called Buddha's eyes
所有的孔当中，毛细孔是很
are
小，
on each of the skin pores, and the pores are very tiny. But there would be an eye in each of the skin pores.
毛细孔里面都有一个菩萨。
And inside the pores, there are bodhisattva. Inside each of the pore, that is a bodhisattva.
毛细孔里面都有一个菩萨，都有一个佛啊，都有一个佛。
So inside each of the skin pores is a Buddha or bodhisattva.
我对大望法王金刚是非常的尊崇。
I highly revere Mahottara Heruka, extremely. esteem and revere Mahatara Heruka. And he could also cure sicknesses and heal. And we added 5 minutes earlier so that everybody can be healthy and all kinds of ailments and sicknesses be alleviated. He has such power. And his mudra has a symbol. This is a pyramid. And at the peak of the pyramid is a dot. And our spiritual cultivation means that we came from that dot. And our spiritual cultivation is to return to that original dot. That's the meaning of the mudra. The mudra of Mahatara Heruka is to return to this original dot or point. To return to this original point. And what it meant is that we came from the utmost consciousness of the universe. We were emanated from that point or dot, and our spiritual cultivation bring us to return to the original point, and that is the attainment. So Mahatara Heruka is a manifestation of the primordial Buddha, the Adharma Buddha. And he is also referred as the Vajra of clairvoyant eyes. We built the Mahatara Heruka stupa or pagoda, and his appearance is with 21 faces, 42 arms and 8 feet. The Buddha Mother has 9 faces, 18 arms and 4 feet. And all the hands are holding mirrors, and of them 42 peaceful deities that include the 5 Buddha Mothers, the 5 Buddhas, 5 Buddha Mothers, the 8 great Bodhisattvas, and the 8 great Bodhisattva Mothers, the 4 Wisdom Kings and their consorts, the 6 Munis, and the Primordial Buddha and the Mahaswara Buddha Mother, altogether 42 deities, and they are referred as the peaceful deities. And in addition, there are 58 wrathful deities, and together 100 peaceful and wrathful deities. Sometimes we just refer to them as 100 peaceful and wrathful deities. According to what I know, there are a total of over 100 deities. So 42 peaceful deities, and the wrathful deities are 58, and plus 8 more deities. And they belong to the both peaceful and wrathful deities, half peaceful and half wrathful deities. So including the 4 Vajraherukas and their consorts. So it should be a total of 108 deities. Wrathful deities, peaceful deities, so half wrathful and half peaceful deities. It's very difficult to demonstrate. This is the peaceful deity. The wrathful deity. And then half peaceful, half wrathful deity It's quite difficult to show. It's difficult to have such an expression. But they're all compassionate toward sentient beings. All of them have compassion towards sentient beings. When we're in a complete dark retreat in Tantrayana, that's the last kind of retreat, which means you close off all windows and doors. There's no light whatsoever, no sun rays can peek into the room. And that's called the dark retreat or black retreat. And you perform such retreat until you see your own light, inner light. And I've talked about the eyes all over the body. Eye here in the front, one eye at the back, and they're looking at each other. One eye at the top, and one eye at the base, and the two eyes are gazing at each other. So that's a cross, that would form a cross. And one eye at the right shoulder and one at the left shoulder, looking at each other. And then two eyes on the two knees, two eyes on the palms, gazing at each other, and two eyes at the sole of the feet, also looking at each other. The two eyes, the two knees, the two shoulders, and then you continually transform it until there are eyes all over the body. This is called the dark retreat or black retreat. Until it ultimately there are eyes in each of the skin pores, and inside it there's a Buddha or Bodhisattva. So that's the practice of Mahatara Heruka. And this is truly marvelous. And of course, he had such great power, and the Karma Yoga accomplishments also great. So there are the attainments of the body, speech, mind, merit, and the work or karma in Sanskrit. There are also the boundless great merit manifestations. The great meritorious net of illusion. And I have transmitted the practice of the whole body clairvoyant eyes practice. And in Tantrayana, at the end, everyone would practice this eyes all over the body Dharma practice. Once you practice this, then your whole body will emit clear light radiance. And by practicing this, once you have the light, then the light would return to the origin. And I have mentioned that on the $1 bill, at the back, there is a pyramid with an eye on it. So that's the symbol of Mahatara Heruka. So this is returning to the original point. And then whole body clairvoyant eyes, or eyes all over the body. So the back side of the $1 bill, US dollar bill. Here, a pyramid with an eye at the top. Who designed this $1 bill? Whoever that was must have learned Tantric Buddhism. He placed it here at the back of the $1 US bill. a pyramid with an eye. Someone wrote this joke. Xiao Ming was curious and asked, Grandpa, in the book, it was written that a human life starts at 70s. Where does it start? It starts with arthritis, diabetes, stroke. A joke someone submitted. A friend told my wife, this month, let's accompany me to see the World Cup now. You know, if the Taiwan team hit a goal, then I would give you an LV bag. And with one goal, I would give you one bag. And the wife said, sure, okay. And after a week, the wife asked, you know, I've watched it for 1 week. How come Taiwan team is not on? And the husband replied, I don't know, let's wait. If it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. You know, look at China. See, we can tell about the ancient Chinese idiom that we knew long ago. This is a different meaning of the idiom that the US and China don't play in the soccer game. The US team and the Chinese team don't join the World Cup. And these are the two powerful countries of the world. It's a joke that someone shared too. And then today, let's talk about Lamdre again. The way to shoot is the body fixed in a lotus position, the two palms covering the knees, and the chi is harmonious, which is the treasure of his energy yoga, and the chi and fire are intermixing. Because the fire is generated due to chi, that the fire is blazing due to the chi. And by having the fire, the chi is also generated. So chi and fire are intermixing together, blowing on the Om character fire at the three meeting point. And after the Om character and the fire intermix, like an arrow, it shoots a long and fine fire upward inside the central channel. Hold the breath as long as you can. Pull in your abdomen and back. Raise your shoulders like drawing an arrow. The tongue of the fire flame reaches the heart area, and the illusory wheel of the body as the bow is drawn to the fullest. Then relax your shoulders, the abdomen, and like an arrow that has been shot, the fire arrow shot toward the Hang character at the apex door. After you research this very well, this is the key formula of opening our apex door. It actually also included the non-leaking practice. In the non-leaking practice, there is the abdomen touching the back. Of course, it's impossible. Then you would become like a paper body, right? That means like tucking in or pulling in your abdomen, like in the military. When the leader, when he saw someone's tummy is protruding, then he would pat on it to tuck in or to pull in your abdomen. And that's called like abdomen touching the back. So lotus position is the double lotus position. If you can't do that, pull your 2 feet as close as possible to the secret chakra. And the right feet is as close as possible to the left feet. Or if you can do a single lotus position, it's fine too. You pull in the right feet as close as possible to the secret chakra and place the left feet on top of the right feet. And that's the double lotus position. And the 2 palms on the knees. And the qi harmonious, and that's the treasure vase energy. So the upper qi and the lower qi are at the treasure vase qi. And then the qi and fire are intermixing. When you breathe in the qi or the breath, it's like blowing on the fire, on the flame of the fire, which is the half of the A character. But here, it is Om character. Actually, A is fine too. Om, A, or Hum. He wrote Om here. And after Om and fire intermix like an arrow, it shoots along and finds fire upward inside the channel. So you blow, you fan the fire after breathing in, and then the fire would rise inside the central channel like a fine thread. And at this time, you need to hold your breath as long as you can. And pull in your abdomen. Don't breathe. Pull in your abdomen. And raise your shoulders. Raise your shoulders. It's like pulling on the bow, and then like drawing an arrow, the tongue of the flame reaches the heart area. And at that time, the illusory will of the body is as the bow drawn to the fullest. And then you relax the shoulders, the abdomen, and the arrow is being shot to the top of the head, the center, which is the apex door. So relax. And then the fire hit the apex door. So the fire arrow was shot toward the Hung character at the apex door, which is the tip of the head. And then there are 2 ways to melt and drip the bodhicitta. which is the body chakra here at the brow point. There is a 1,000-petal lotus, which is a solid body chakra, or the bodhicitta liquid, and due to the burning of the fire, it would melt and drip. And there are two ways to melt and drip the bodhicitta. Like the thread of a spider web, fine, long, and ever-flowing, or like chains of white pearls, like tears flowing down, which can certainly rise to bliss and wisdom of non-discernment. So when the inner fire reaches this brow point, the bodhichakra would naturally melt and drip, or like the thread of a spider web, or like pearls of tears, change of pearls flowing down. Two kinds. You visualize the bodhichakra like the spider spewing the web, or like pearls. Grandmaster is wearing pearls today. In the past, my mom taught me to differentiate a real pearl versus the synthetic pearls. Then you rub it against your teeth. If it is completely smooth and not greedy, then that's the fake ones. It's made of plastic. But if you rub it against your teeth and it's kind of greedy, then that would be real pearls. So these are real pearls. So it's like tears or pearls flowing down, beads by beads. So this is the intermingling of the fire and water. And the benefit is to open your 5 or 7 chakras. Once you open them, 5 or 7 chakras, then you would have transcendental power. Then you would have the transcendental power, like the kind of transcendent power when you open the brow chakra, the throat chakra, the heart chakra, the navel chakra, the secret or generative chakra, or the base chakra, or the top, the crown chakra. It's mentioned very clearly. And it will also rise to bliss and the wisdom of non-discernment. Where did the bliss come from? Is when the qi rubs against the central channel, then it would generate bliss. Or when the inner fire rubs against the central channel, it will also generate bliss. When the light drops drip and rub against the central channel, it would also generate bliss. And this kind of bliss is lasting, and it is called the great bliss. Much better than the small bliss of man and woman in the human world. Like for length, let's just take this pen as an analogy. This is the cement bladder, like the cement, and then it is being emitted, and then going through this short distance, then this would be called the small bliss. And for the man, as it is moving against moving in it, then it would generate bliss that would last for a few seconds. But the central channel is very long. From here, the brow chakra, all the way to the secret chakra and the base chakra. That's a long central channel. And the rubbing inside it is called the great bliss. So that's how great bliss is being generated. Some people did not know how. Because of rubbing, then it would generate bliss. Right? Don't you say so? It's a simple concept. With rubbing, then you would feel bliss. But that kind of bliss between human beings are called the small bliss. But your natural central channel, when qi in a fire or light drops are moving through the central channel, then that would generate the great bliss. And a disciple, a fellow disciple had experienced that, which is my brother Gao Minglu from San Francisco. And he said that he experienced it for 24 hours. And he watched his inner fire and light drops going up and coming down and going up and coming down. And he experienced the bliss for 24 hours. So it's as if all the bliss of human life was concentrated into that 24 hours. Only a sadhaka or spiritual cultivators reaching a certain realm would experience it. And the wisdom at that moment still on the sky or in the space, and that kind of wisdom is called the wisdom of non-discernment. And our mind is in the space, in the sky. And that mind, or also the spirit, that kind of wisdom is also called the spirit or the spiritual self. It is abiding and boundless like the sky. In this practice, there is no more the three harmony. It is practicing the mind abiding, and the only visualization is on the flow and drips. So, in your practice, you visualize the body chakra, the light drops continually to melt and drip. If at the beginning of this practice feels faint, then use the fist to thumb on the 7th joints of the spine, the point for the heart. This hindrance has to be eliminated. It is best to stay near the Guru and request the appropriate practices. So in the beginning of a practice, you feel faint, dizzy, and what is that? Because the qi, inner fire, and light drops inside the body, when they are in union, it's very easy to result in dizziness or faintness. And when this happens, the Guru can provide instructions how to eliminate them. So use the fist to thumb on the seventh joint or seventh joint or segment of the spine. Which is the point for the heart. So at this heart area, can you use your fist to pat it, to thumb on it? Some people can. Some people are able to do it. Then by doing that, you would feel better. And this practice should also be done in the 8 ways as mentioned in the previous section. Like the treasure-based energy yoga, and there are many different kinds of treasure-based energy. But most importantly is to practice the generation of inner fire, the dripping of the light drops, and the intermixing of the water and fire. So that's all the phenomena of it. So that's all for today. When you're in elementary school, no, it's not finished yet. The teacher set a rule that you have to pay you will be fined $5 if you say dirty words. And one time in class I did it, and I give $10 to the teacher, and the teacher said, I have no change. And to resolve this matter, I quietly said it in the teacher's ears, shit. Then the $5 change was resolved. So that's how you make up for it. A few days ago, I saw a beautiful lady practicing the Michael Jackson's spacewalk, and back and forth, back and forth. So I shyly approached her. Could you please teach me to? The lady scolded him, like, "Hey, come on, get." I stepped on the dog's poo. I said it yesterday that when there's a real one, there's always a fake ones. The books that Grandmaster wrote, many books, one time when I was performing Bardo Deliverance to Simu's brother, all of a sudden at the offering table there was what's that called? Grasshopper, and Simu was about to chase it away, and I said, "Oh no, please don't. That's your brother's soul attaching to that. I think it's grasshopper or some kind of insect." Sisura. And in the Ganshai Ridge, that's in America, how could you? There are no certain kind of grasshopper around. So all of a sudden, it was there. So Simu was about to hit it, and I said, "Oh no, no, please don't. Your brother was on it." But I said the real thing. That was a truthful thing. But XX copied it. And then she started to say like, "Oh, this animal is year so and so, or that animal is year so and so." But what I said was truthful. I did not want to do it to cheat or to trick anybody. I wasn't lying to Simu. I just said it about once or twice. Sunny, my daughter-in-law, the wife of Fochi, when she went back to Indonesia to send her father off, there was a butterfly that flew and perched on her shoulder. And it didn't want to leave at all, even when someone was trying to chase it away. And in front of her was the coffin. And I did say that was Sunny's father, but I wasn't saying it to cheat money out of them. But XX copied and improvised on it, that the turtle is Xiaoye's brother, and that Xiaoye owed this brother from past life 7,000 taels of gold, and then the money has to be returned to who? To XX. See, I told those stories not to get any money, but she did. So that was wrong. But then I thought about it. It should have been the turtle who owed us, not we owed the turtle, right? That's why we can eat the turtles. We can make soups out of them. We can eat the chickens, ducks, dogs. No, I'm not the Qigong, but I ate dog meat one time. So lambs, pigs, cows, we can eat many kinds of animals because they owe us. That's why we eat them. How come? It's the other way around, that we owe the animals. I mean, then we should be the animals, right? So what she said was upside down, or the other way around. The three lower realms are the ones who owe to the sentient beings. That's why they become beings in the three lower realms. So XX was just performing tricks and cheated us, saying that you owed the snake $200,000 or don't believe that. So, Rebecca, Xiaqi, did you owe your father any money? Then that XX was still kind to you. So the crab in front of her was a dead crab. And she claimed that your dad was the crab. But she didn't say that she owed the crab a certain amount of money. And then she asked all the crabs to be bought and given to all the monks and nuns. Not just one or two, but all of the crabs for everybody to eat. So what she said is that by being eaten by the monks and nuns and fellow disciples, then that would generate merit, so that Rebecca's father would be able to rise to a better realm. And some fellow disciples came and told Rebecca, "Your dad tasted so good." So think about it. Could that be right? There's so many things that are so strange. What Grandmaster said was truthful. I never used those stories to cheat people out of their money. But what she said, she makes use of them to get money from people. So she copied from Grandmaster, and then she exaggerated it and used it to make money, to cheat money out of people. But there was one point that she did not copy from me. I never opened my mouth to ask for any money. Why didn't she copy me that? Copy me on that. So it's very simple. How do you differentiate between the real ones and the fake ones? The real ones never cheat, and the fake ones is always cheat and trick people using all kinds of ways. So you need to be able to differentiate them. The real ones will never lie to you or deceive you, but the fake ones would. So she told many stories about the past, present, and future lives. So many stories. What we said is truthful. We tell the stories not to cheat people, but she did to say it to cheat people. They're both talking about past lives, present and future lives, but the real ones will never use it to cheat people, but the fake ones would. Oh, money bear me home. We are truly grateful to His Holiness for this precious Dhamma teaching. In a moment, there will be the empowerment for Mahottara Heruka. And during the empowerment, please remember to visualize the deity, to form the mudra, and to chant the mantra. This ends the English interpretation today. Please remember to return your receivers before you leave. Thank you.
Now, 现在我们恭请师尊赐授大幻化网金刚法灌顶，含除敌赐福灌顶。
Namaste.
要结束了哈。让我们以热烈的掌声感谢师尊赐受大幻化网金刚法含除及赐福法灌顶。恭请师尊护摩佛过火。顶礼坛城做观想大礼拜，一拜根本传承上师及诸佛。嗡啊吽，观想顶礼，回天心三印。二拜诸菩萨。嗡啊吽，观想顶礼，回天心三印。三拜诸护法金刚。嗡啊吽，观想顶礼，回天心三印。四平等一起手。护摩法会圆满吉祥结束了，感谢根本传承上师的大加持，感谢诸位上师、教授师、法师、讲师、助教、贵宾、同门善行大德的护持，谢谢大家，阿弥陀佛。We now conclude this live broadcast. Thank you for viewing.